have playing Beatles from back in the 60s. Pretty amazing. Beatles sung with an Indian accent is quite awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna take you to the very beginning. So tell me, how did your music career start? When did you realize, all right, this is what I want to do when we talk about music?
Well, it's true for millions of other people, but as soon as the Beatles came out, everybody wanted to be in a band. That was the coolest thing in the world. There was a lot of bands before the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
They were really great too, but when the Beatles exploded, when everyone saw them on an American television show, their first time on television in America, the next day, everybody went to a music store to buy guitars, basses, drums, or anything. So it became a huge explosion of bands. Every neighborhood, you could hear 2 or 3 bands practicing on Saturdays,
Wow.
on the weekends, and you'd walk on a summer night, you could hear off in the distance another band. Then they would fade away and there would be another band on another street. You drive down the street, you can see in people's windows, and they had drum sets set up in their house. So it was an amazing time for music. So I wanted to do that. Now,
True.
there were millions, literally, of other people that followed that same course from that same source. And from it, we've got, because of the incredible diversity of people and thoughts and creativity and art, we've got so many different kinds of music. People that started out listening to the Beatles later on got into jazz, got into classical. There's me with my old bass. Got into all kinds of music, and it affected people from every part of life and all over the world. I collect music in my iTunes from all over the world, and that time period, the 60s, I've got 60s music from Ecuador, from the Philippines, from
My God.
from Russia, behind the Iron Curtain, the rock bands playing, the Russian bands, from Poland, from Italy, from all over the world. So it wasn't just an American thing or a British thing. It was everywhere. Even some great Indian bands that
Wow.
have playing Beatles from back in the 60s. Pretty amazing. Beatles sung with an Indian accent is quite awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, so fascinating.
So
Great.
that's
Right.
pretty much how
Right.
many other people started. And then we
Right.
you would get a instrument and get in a band, learn copy
Right.
tune, learn your favorite songs, and then go in a club or a high school dance and play. And more and more and more and more. And then as you grew, you would learn more songs and learn how to perform better and sing and play and deal with an audience and talk to people.
Right.
And then eventually you start to write your own songs, and then you'd maybe do a little record, and that would turn into a little bit more,
Right.
do your first record. And that's pretty much what the Beatles did too. They started playing as a copy band in Hamburg, Germany. And then eventually they made a record. Even on their first record, most of the songs are copy tunes.
Yeah.
Please,
Right.
Mr. Postman, Twist and Shout, A Taste of Honey. Those were they didn't write those.
Oh, yeah.
They became some of the best songwriters in the world because you had that experience of playing other great songs. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
my generation
Absolutely.
has a very similar history. You start copying, and then you begin your own voice, and then you innovate, and then you write, and you hopefully have a career. It wasn't the same for everybody. Not everybody could make it to the top, but those that did took a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, but it was worth it.
Like yourself.
Yeah.